Last time I accidentally started the story quest before I started recording, but that's okay. We didn't miss much, I don't think. Since the last time I did a video with commentary, I now have Eula. Yay! And I also have Summer Barbara, who I should not be using so close to a snowy mountain. But anyways, let's go.
Sister Rosaria! So here you are! Choir practice is about to...
I've told you already, I don't go in for that kind of thing. I've got more important matters to attend to.
Oh, but this event has commemorative significance. The church hopes that all sisters will be present.
Hopes? That's odd, because I don't recall a fulfill the hopes of others clause in my job description.
I mean, sure, but...
But what? You're the event organizer, aren't you? Do you not find it the least bit odd?
What does this have to do with Albedo?
What do you mean?
This far out from Mondstadt at this hour? Even if you set out right now, I'll wager you'd still miss the opening ceremony. Who knows? Maybe this is someone's grand plan to make a fool out of you.
Huh? Well, that can't be. People aren't like that.
Evidence decides what people are like, not your feelings. Maybe you're a little too trusting of other people. Don't fret, nobody's gonna blame you if you go back empty-handed. I can't imagine anyone else was delusional enough to think I was gonna show up. But if you dally any longer, you really won't make it.
You're right. It's a very important commemorative event. If I'm late, then... right, I've gotta get going.
Bye, Barbara.
Seems like that sister's an expert in making people believe anything she wants.
I thought I heard something. Who are you and why are you eavesdropping?
We'd better watch out. She seems like a dangerous villain, or a trickster at best.
Oh, really? I'm a member of the long-standing Favonius Church. You're an eavesdropping pixie from who knows where, and you think I'm the trickster?
Yeah, kinda.
Wait, she heard that? Paimon was whispering so quietly.
You were talking very loudly.
And as for this outlander you seem to be following... So it's you. The honorary knight that saved us from storm terror. Well then, given your status, I won't press you on your reasons for eavesdropping. Otherwise, depending on your answer, I could have arrested you on the spot.
What? Do the Sisters of Mondstadt have the authority to arrest people now?
We can't go turning a blind eye to hidden dangers, can we? Why shouldn't sisters have a sense of justice?
That doesn't sound right. But Paimon can't think of a good comeback.
Let's talk about you. What are you doing in the mountains?
We're looking for Albedo. And we're investigating the truth of this world.
But you're only a traveler. I doubt you have any great skill in alchemy. Whatever. I had a notion of who you were seeking. If it's him you're after, I made a point of noting his tracks. Many people have made their way up after the snowstorm. Let's hope they're still there.
So, are you also looking for him?
No, this is just a professional habit of mine. I sensed elemental traces in these tracks. Never hurts to be vigilant.
As far as sisters go, you're fairly mysterious. You're more like a detective.
I couldn't care what you think. Come on
Okay,
then. I'd like to see what he's
Let's
up
get
to
going.
anyway.
Rosaria said there were elemental traces in the tracks. They should show up pretty clearly with elemental sight.
How do I elemental sight with this? Oh. This way. Uh-oh. Okay, here we go. Oh, I don't want to mess with those guys over there. Where are we going? This way. Oh, I saw
More
it.
speed.
Thanks.
You know, little pixie, your ability to appear and disappear at will is very
Oh, hello there.
interesting.
Oh, darn.
Yeah?
After committing a crime, you'd be able to leave the scene without a trace.
Oh, thanks, Rosaria.
You're so suspicious. It's getting colder and colder. Rosaria, aren't you freezing?
Me? I'm all right. I got used to operating in adverse conditions a long time ago.
Huh? Seems like there's more to being a sister in the Favonius Church than Paimon realized.
Still the right way? Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, quest thing. This way. Oh, here we go. There he is.
Is that Albedo? Why would he hang around a place like this?
Oh, right.
The word on the street is he loves painting. He'll hang around anywhere for a good landscape. The views and scenery here are pretty good. Potential paintings everywhere you look.
But can't he see those hilichurls? Isn't he in danger?
Albedo's not in any danger whatsoever. We're the ones that need to watch
Looks like we
out.
startled them. Enough talk! Let's take them out of the picture first!
That's probably what he was painting, and he's gonna get mad at us for destroying the object he was painting.
Who are you? Why did you alarm them? Thank the gods I'd already completed my painting.
Oh,
Would
he
have been
already
ashamed to
finished
leave these particular hilichurls unfinished.
it. You were painting hilichurls?
What's up with painting hilichurls? What makes them so interesting?
I'm afraid the answer isn't easy to explain. If you'd like to have a look at my painting, it may give you a clue.
I always see like the ice on the edge because we're actually freezing to death as this happens. Very avant-garde.
Wow! Look at the detail! But some of it seems to have been done in a hurry.
You can find these hilichurls anywhere. Quite boring, in fact. Not worth closer inspection. But take a look at this specimen. The build, the coat, and there's a distinct force at work here. In the cyclical lives of such primitive communities, such unique attributes are an indication of evolution at work. Evolution, the transition from nothing into existence, from the known to the
Hold your horses. Ugh, something tells me we're in for a thesis and I haven't got the stamina. We found your man. I'm headed back.
Alright, bye!
What? Don't you have any questions for him? Hey! What a weirdo.
So Sister Rosaria brought you. Surprising. And I didn't have time to thank her. But back to the point. From her words, it seems that you were looking for me?
Mm-hmm. We met a girl in Mondstadt, Sucrose. She said you were stuck with your research.
I see. So Sucrose sent you here. Then, if I'm not mistaken, you must be the honorary knight. You've got the whole of Mondstadt talking.
That would be me.
I've heard a bit of everything. Your actions during Storm Terror's attack, your elemental control, and quite a few other mysterious things. I'll skip to the conclusion. There's only one possibility after all. You came from afar. From another world, correct?
He knows everything. You are worthy of your scholarly reputation.
Excellent. If I could procure your assistance, I think my research would benefit enormously.
Your research? I'm not sure I understand.
Forgive me. This must be confusing. Where should I begin? The essence of life?
Yeah, that's a good start.
Whoa! You want to start with that?
You're right. Giving a demonstration would be better than trying to explain. For example, awakening life. Breathing new life into fallen leaves.
Whoa. That's actually really cool. That's actually
You
really
can
cool.
do that?
Alchemy really is miraculous.
However, I have a particular seed in my possession. The method I'm talking about has produced no results. It's like you, in that it hails from another world. helping it to grow, to bloom. That's the problem my research is up against. That's where I need your assistance.
Well, if you're struggling to figure it out, Paimon's not sure we're gonna be much assistance.
I beg to differ. I'm unable to comprehend the intricacies of life outside of the known world. But you're not from the known world. By observing and researching you, I may just be able to find a way to get the seed to sprout.
So I'm an object of research?
Shall we just get out of here? This sounds a little freaky.
What's in it for me?
Mora, knowledge, and the answer to the question you are seeking.
Where's Lumine?
It happens to be an answer
Where
that
is
I can
Lumine?
provide. How does that sound? Time for a change of surroundings. We should be going.
Tell
There's
me where
research to
my
do.
sister is. Who's there?
Albedo and that traveler seem to have hit it off. Takes a weirdo to know one, I guess. I wonder, does this constitute a risk to Mondstadt?
I don't know, does it? Where are we going next? Head to the test site before I die. Oh, that's not his lab, but that's close to his lab.
Time to scout.
Paimon has a question. After the seed sprouts, will it grow into anything?
He doesn't know what it's gonna grow into. Right? That's why he wants it to grow?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I feel the importance will lie in the method,
Oh,
not
true.
the endpoint.
We learn a
Using
lot from
alchemy
the
to awaken
scientific
otherworldly
method.
life into that would constitute a big leap in my understanding of the essence of life. After awakening, even creation may be possible. Still a little difficult to understand?
No, Paimon's got a brain. But what's the seed gonna become? Isn't that more interesting than whatever it was you were saying?
I don't really. Yeah, I kind of agree with Albedo. It doesn't really matter, does it?
Well, if it turns out to be a delicious fruit, dinner's on me.
Alright then.
Hey, Paimon's holding you to it.
You sure know how to keep Paimon on board.
Well, let's just say I, occasionally have to look after a child. Another lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. I suppose it's one of the few non-alchemy related disciplines I'm any good at. The subject of my first research was the elements. In this world, manipulating the elements requires a vision. Though I can't see anything resembling one on your person, how you're able to freely manipulate elemental power is something I'd like to ascertain. I've got a few questions in that regard. Firstly, do you have any extra organs? A second heart? A fourth stomach? Things of that nature.
No, not that I'm aware of.
Fascinating. And this floating child is connected to your body in some way?
What a stupid question. Can't you see the gap between us? And another thing, it's Paimon, not floating child.
I was merely considering the possibility that you were an external organ. Perhaps there is some invisible force
The bonds
connecting
that
you.
we share transcend all worlds, Albedo. I met Paimon on my travels. I caught Paimon with a fishing rod.
Oh, that rules out that possibility. I wonder, did Paimon guide the elemental power to you?
Absolutely, that's the one.
But that would mean that Paimon's elemental power would be enough to break through a mountain rock at least 10 meters thick, or cause the waterfall south of Springfield to flow backwards. No, that definitely can't be it.
Hey, how would you know anyway?
In that
Paimon, what
case,
power are you
it would
hiding?
appear that there's no obvious difference between the composition of your body and that of the humans in this world. Given that there's clearly a discrepancy in her research, it seems that only experimentation will yield the answers. Firstly, this mysterious elemental power. I'd like to examine exactly how it manifests externally. Let me lure a few slimes to the area. Perhaps you'd be able to defeat them, using whatever method comes most naturally to you.
Huh? Doesn't seem very sciencey.
Direct and clear observation are imperative to a good experiment. This is just a simple exercise. Naturally, if you require a greater challenge, we could bring in 6 Oceanids.
As long as it's not the flying ones.
Slimes are fine.
I don't really, it doesn't really
Well,
matter to me.
prepare yourself. The slimes will be here any moment.
Can we beat them with Ethan?
Yeah.
I surmise not. Oh, we're making some progress, ironically. Oh, can you use the red pistol? This thing. Use the red pistol. Hit the red pistol. Albedo is so cool. I can't wait for it to get rerun so we can summon. Why does the other one not have a health bar? I bet all like the controller sounds getting picked up my microphone number, so I'm really sorry. But it's just... Oh, I'm so sorry, Barbara, for pulling you out in Snowy Mountain. No! Just get down here. Oh no. That's it.
Flood of frost.
How can we defeat the slime without a health?
Let it rain.
Alright, good.
Great work. Did you feel anything out of the
No,
ordinary?
because I didn't do the heavy lifting.
If you're injured, I have a few emergency potions ready.
Just a bit cold.
Excellent. According to my observations, the manifestation of the external elemental flow is as expected. Elemental reactions are normal. There's nothing out of the ordinary. Now that we know that the external flow is manifesting normally, let's test the internal flow.
Internal flow?
Yeah.
How do you test that?
It's very simple.
Wait,
I
you
can
gonna
use
take our blood or
alchemy to
something?
create a potion that will extract elemental power. If the elemental power is stored or accumulated physically within your body, this potion may elicit an elemental reaction.
Will it make my stomach swirl or crystallize in my stomach?
Sounds kinda terrifying.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about
Don't
this
worry.
one.
In the normal course of events, you'd feel some temporary queasiness. No bodily injury.
And in the abnormal course of events?
If anything unexpected occurs, I've made the necessary
Okay,
preparations.
I trust you.
Try not to worry. Well, it's not that there aren't any risks involved, but if there is anything blocking your elemental flow, we'll be able to locate it with this test. Just a warning. If an internal elemental reaction occurs for any other reason, that's a bad sign.
Yeah, this is like a health checkup.
Yes, that's an excellent way to think about it. Before we get started, the potion we'll use for the test is missing a catalyst. We'll need to
What's
find
the
it.
catalyst?
It's a type of ore known as star silver, but unfortunately
Let's say I have a
not
ton
all
of
of it
that,
is suitable.
Alright.
I'll take you to my campsite. We can gather some
need
star
very
silver ore on the
specific
way.
Star
I'll
silver.
point out any likely contenders. All going to plan, we should be able to begin concocting the potion when we get to the campsite.
Okay.
Paimon's still got a few safety concerns, but it seems like there's a silver lining. Let's keep our eyes open.
Oh, we're going to his lab. Oh, this one.
Here. Should do for catalyst purposes.
Hey, right in the middle of the road. Okay, if we get to hear the Dragon's Spine battle theme, then okay.
Shudder! Yeah. Touche!
I feel like I probably should. Do I have to fight these? Can I just run away?
This one. Usable with a bit of polish. What luck.
Yeah,
This should
what
be enough.
luck.
My campsite
The
is just up
story
ahead.
totally didn't
I'll lead the way.
put those right there. Alright.
Let's dance.
Yo, is that Timaeus?
This is my campsite. I've added the materials we collected to the concoction. While we are waiting, have a look over here. My assistant Timaeus here is helping me with my research. I'm guessing you may have met in Mondstadt already.
Should
Hello!
have.
I've just gotten hold of the data from your experiment. The report is already up on the board there.
Whoa! Look at all the data! You got all these results from one
What were you
slime?
even using to measure the data?
I wouldn't call them results, inferences, and a few daring guesses perhaps. I think the most rational direction would be to expound on the phylogenetic relationship between this traveler and the slimes.
Rational? I would have thought even Paimon and I were more closely related.
Consider. You don't have a vision, but you can manipulate elemental energy. The slimes don't have visions either, yet they too are able to manipulate the elements.
But I thought the slimes are the elements.
Following this line of thought,
So,
I'm sure we'll
is
be
that
able to
weird?
establish a basis in fact.
I don't know.
Not bad for a point of entry. But strictly speaking, slimes are elemental life forms.
Look, I'm as
In other
smart as
words,
Albedo. That
beings consisting
makes me
entirely of
happy.
the elements. A cryoregis vine, or even a whopper flower might be a better analogy. But tracing back the phylogenetic relationships between plants and animals, you might have to trace back to the world's origins. In that sense, things might get difficult, don't you think?
Yes, sir. That sounds correct.
After all, we've got our primary data already. This traveler is a visitor from another world. If it turned out that he did have a phylogenetic relationship with this world,
I hate to not sound smart, but what does
now
phylogenetic
that really
mean?
would be something, wouldn't it?
Ah, it would. Apologies. I was so excited to get the data. I'll slow down a bit next time. Speaking of data, to complete our research, we'll need some more. I'll be conducting analysis here for the time being. If you're keen for an update, just come and find me.
Great, I'll leave you to it. Looks like the potion's ready. I'll try a little first. If all goes well, I'll hand it over to you. In line with my expectations. Ready to drink. Remember to keep calm at all times, and breathe deeply if you feel unwell.
Take the potion. What do you have to say?
I've just tried some. It's in line with my expectations. Remember to keep calm at all times, and breathe deeply if you feel unwell. I'll be noting down all observable results and data points.
Alright, well, I did say I trust you.
Doesn't sound very rigorous. Surely there's another approach.
Alright, let's go, Ether. Oh, I actually gotta, like, drink it? Where is it in here? Here we go. A potion that Albedo made using alchemy. Despite its unusual color, Albedo insists that the potion will work just as expected. Drinking it should not cause any adverse side effects. It looks like I'm on fire. I don't know if that's just from standing close to all these things on fire, or if that was what the potion did to me.
Tasty? You've got a funny look on your face.
Yeah, okay, nope. It's burning. It's burning a bit. You drank this?
You said you tried some already. You sure it was ready? What happened to him?
Oh, this was the result I was expecting. And a very positive one at that.
Okay.
This potion channels elemental
So,
power into the
let's
body.
see, yes,
Under
go
normal
fire.
circumstances, a repelling reaction is to be expected. But if the internal elemental flow is unimpeded, you'll only experience momentary discomfort. Once the flow is complete, there won't be any other effects.
So you knew you'd be sick and still drank some?
It was my own concoction, of course. Only natural for me to be the guinea pig.
Out of consideration for the test subject.
But of course,
Oh,
you're my
well,
assistant.
Thanks,
By
I
all
guess.
sense and reason, it would be wrong of me to place that risk onto you. In conclusion, I'd say we have our conclusion. As far as elemental energy is concerned, you're no different from anyone else in this world. Nothing peculiar.
Aw, Paimon wanted something cooler
Which
to
means we don't have
happen.
our answer about why we can use elements without a vision.
Then again, better an ordinary result than a peculiar result. Peculiar results have a tendency to be of the undesirable variety.
I feel like you're referring to something in particular.
The good thing about ordinary is that everything is an object of reference, and everyone understands you. People are the same, they can understand, empathize, encourage, and support one another. When you're sick, a doctor can diagnose you because they are you. When something goes wrong, you can ask people who've made the same mistake for their experience because you are them. But a peculiar person, they don't have much recourse for the things we take for granted. The essence of their life is fundamentally different. For example, a human can't understand the life of a pyroregisvine or an eye of the storm. Have I explained it clearly enough?
That's actually really, really deep. I think I'm getting it, but it does still seem like there's another layer of meaning to your words.
To sum up, this has been a positive outcome. Going forward, you can use your elemental power without fear.
Okay.
Timaeus, the results of the new experiment are out. If you could see to collating them.
Just a moment, sir. I'll handle it. Oh, you gave me a lot to consider. Really stretched my limits. I'm thinking a lot clearer now. Oh, having you down as an animal wasn't very precise of me, but starting with the premise of an elemental life form, now that was...
Not bad. I think it's an interesting line of inquiry. Whatever the truth of the matter, I'd like your research at the fore as opposed to my judgment.
You can count on me, sir. I'll extract a result satisfactory to all.
Is he trying to join the Knights? He's starting to sound like a suck-up. What Paimon meant to say was, that's the spirit? Mr. Albedo, say something.
Before we can proceed with our research, I need to prepare something. Wait one moment. If you're interested, why not have a look around? It may help to pass the time.
He has a symbol on his neck for his vision. Didn't somebody say something like online about like putting like say like a Dainza, like his eyes had that star shape too? The installation, like this thing looks like an alchemy work table. Some potions and other apparatus are laid out here. Are these what Albedo uses to investigate the world? It wouldn't hurt to touch it, would it? Painting? A shelf packed with books and potions. Looks like the owner has a habit of reading and researching potions simultaneously. Welcome to the board. Board with some incomprehensible experimental report stuck onto it. Still, you can tell that progress is being made on those experiments.
Here comes Albedo! Let's go see him!
Oh, here he is. Oh, what's over here? Pine cone!
I'm back. Did you see anything interesting?
Your things aren't very organized.
Agreed. I'd love to find a moment to put them all in order. Still, experiments come first. Well, on with the research. There may be significant differences between different worlds. Take Tevat, for example. Here, those with visions can manipulate the elements. But worlds may well exist where only one person is able to do so. Or even everyone. So, leaving elements to one side. Do you possess any unique abilities? Ones that don't exist in this world?
What, like the wings he
I
used
think
at the
answering
beginning?
this question calls for the same methodology as last time. In other words, time for the next experiment.
I drank my fill. Thanks.
No. You shan't be required to exert quite so much effort this time around. Now, see this pillar here? Use your willpower to try and break it.
Willpower? Like just wanting it to? Sorry, I just can't do it. Paimon, you give it a shot.
You think Paimon knows how to do that
Yes.
stuff?
That was your best effort? Well, can't be helped, I suppose. Have you tried using your elemental power with food? I don't mean for cooking as such. Rather, channeling your power into the ingredients themselves. I'm curious to see how the taste and texture respond. It may even help with proliferation.
What's prolifer? Oh, like eating food? Hunger?
I suppose I have a curiosity for things that others find surprising.
He uses a lot of big words.
Anyway, why don't you cook us up a sunshine sprat? I've just finished preparing the recipe.
Cooking? Paimon was looking forward to more mad scientist
Well, lots of
stuff.
cooking just is mad science
Not only
stuff.
is this recipe a staple for me, it's also worth
Or maybe that's
experimenting
just
with and highly
me.
nutritious.
Burning stuff in the kitchen.
Paimon bets you're just hungry. That does sound yummy, though. Okay, Paimon approves. Good buddies are always on the same page.
I'll leave you to it then. Looking forward to the
Yep.
results. If there's anything left over, maybe Timaeus can finish the last morsels.
Paimon doesn't think we'll have that problem.
Hopefully Timaeus has something
How
else
are
to
we
eat.
gonna channel elemental power into the food? Maybe try the willpower thing again. Where does it get these ideas from?
Oh, sorry. Oh no, I interrupted Paimon. I'm so sorry. Where is it? Oh, Sunshine Sprat. I have just enough to do something. Yeah. Xinyan. Oh, whoops. Okay, well, I have the food at least.
That was fast. Looking forward to testing the results.
There you go.
An average outcome for a fine dish. As far as the proliferation hypothesis is concerned, we've come up short. Seems like food presents the same headaches in your world as it does ours. Unless... could it be that the natural laws of this world are limiting your unique abilities?
We just didn't know how to channel elemental power into the food. It's a little more complicated than adding herbs and spices,
I
you know.
have no idea what's
Not
going
to
on
worry.
right now.
At least we put some food to good use. No need to feel disheartened. And here's your portion. Enjoy. I can box it up if you like.
Woohoo! Thanks! Glad you were paying
You're
attention.
Paimon's new favorite. You remembered food.
I can tell that you're good friends. Paimon was keeping an eye on you and your safety during the whole experiment. Not that Paimon would have been able to do much if things had gone wrong. But anyway.
Hey! You were being nice a second ago. But you do have tasty recipes, so
Does he get a
Paimon
nickname
forgives
too?
you. And you're right, we are good friends. You have good friends too, right? Good students?
Yes. I'm fortunate too, I suppose. Anyway, moving on to the next experiment. There are all manner of alchemical items here. Keeping them in their proper place is a challenge at the best of times. A while ago, I had the misfortune of misplacing a batch. I managed to retrieve the majority, but 2 vials have been evading me. Animal crystal fly elemental extract and electrohypostasis powder.
Paimon's barely finished eating and you want us to go gathering again?
Don't worry if you can't locate them. I was planning to replace them anyway. Though finding them would save me the hassle. If you had, say, a superpower, like night vision or vibratory sensing, lost property would be a thing of the past. I must have dropped them somewhere in the area where you were looking just now.
So, guess we'd better take a
There
look.
should be some elemental traces in the lost items.
Oh yeah! You could use elemental sight!
Just in this area? Yeah, just this area.
This must be electrohypostasis
Alright.
powder!
What's the other one that we're looking for? Oh, over here.
The extract of an animal crystal fly can only be animal elemental energy, right? This...
Alright.
Goodness, you managed to find them.
It was
Incredible.
nothing.
1,000 thanks. I'm wondering, this elemental sight, this is what allowed you to locate the items and find me here on the mountains, correct?
That's right.
Yep! Guess it does sort of count as a superpower, huh?
Unfortunately, though elemental sight is seldom seen, it is not unheard of in Teyvat. Only a never-before-seen otherworldly power would be of benefit to my research.
You mean, we failed again?
Don't be disheartened.
Oh,
This falls entirely
it's
within
not
my
failure,
expectations.
Because when the
Besides,
experiment goes wrong,
getting
you
these items
learn
back,
from that.
I'd call
From the
this a very
hypothesis.
worthwhile experiment.
And
I have to commend your deduction that the items would contain elemental traces. Right then. Up until now, our research has focused on your otherworldly identity. Our research on your identity as one of us is just beginning.
Alright. I guess I am with you till the end.
In essence, the differences between humans are reflected in our intellectual and physical capabilities. Let's start with physical. Looking out from where we're standing, can you see what Sucrose is doing?
Nope.
And if you jumped from here and landed on that cliff, the one over there, could you see her then?
Well, she's probably just standing next to the crafting table, but no.
So what about if you planted a single blow on the mountain face here, and it burst into a million fragments? Then could you see her?
No.
Then I shouldn't get too excited. Still,
How is this helping?
we'll gain a
figure
more
out if we're
thorough
more like
understanding
you?
with an experiment. I know of a location that will be perfect for a physical test. Please, follow me.
Aren't you like cold? And short sleeves. Where are we going? No, wrong one. entirely on the mountain this time around. Heal up a little bit. Oh, all the way up there. So that always more useful. To get some more crystal forms. Almost there? No. Oh, I better light the thing up there or I freeze.
You want us to jump? From up here?
Not necessarily. Not if you know of a better method, that is.
Well, can I glide? We'd better have a better method.
Whichever method you choose, the experiment will end when you reach the opposite shore of the lake. I will factor the time expended and your top speed into my comparative analysis.
The opposite side of the lake. So, we're gonna be swimming?
Without limitations, we complete tasks intuitively, using the method that seems most rational to us. Some of us would be unable to stand the icy waters. Others might find the whole thing rather refreshing. No matter what choice you make, it's all a part of the experiment. For me, every detail is invaluable to the research.
My kind of experiment. This is actually less stressful than the superpower part. Yeah, just doing stuff whichever way works best.
Then if you would, please, I eagerly await the results.
Alright, sounds
Wait a
good.
minute. While we're busy testing, what exactly are you gonna be doing?
Me?
So we do get to
Recording
just
data,
go.
responding to risks, providing, emotional support.
So if we do decide to go swimming, you gonna dive in with us?
No. Unless you're thinking of conducting competitive research?
Oh! Forget Paimon said anything.
Oh, Albedo. Well, it looks like they wanted us to glide anyway. And then swim anyway. Now, how did Albedo get down here?
Great work. I've never seen a performance quite like it.
Yeah, we're making
Your
the wind
reputation
wings
precedes
appear
you, traveler.
right over there.
The data shows that you're easily outperforming the average citizen in Mondstadt.
But you followed us the whole way without breaking a sweat!
Me? Actually, I used alchemy to cheat a little. But anyway, if it turns out that the natural laws of Tavad do not affect you, I should be able to make various inferences about the otherworldly civilization you belong to. If the natural laws of Tavad do affect you, then I shall be able to make inferences into the kind of evolution that would occur under the absence of such effects. The innumerable possibilities that this could present, the captivating insights, it would be something to savor again and again.
But how does this help your research?
You've helped me to unravel many of the problems that were holding it back. When we return to the campsite, I should be able to show you something interesting.
What else have you researched this thoroughly?
I may be about to make some analogies between you and a few unusual specimens. I hope you won't be offended.
Okay.
Gold, petrified trees, a sun 8 times the size of our own. The essence of the investigative process is enthralling, but such feelings are inevitably fleeting in nature. I'm willing to pour all my energy into research, and yet specimens are finite. As the unknown transitions into the realm of scientific understanding, the feeling of enlightenment is lost. All these things that start out as objects of fascination end up possessing the prosaic mundanity of a sunsetia or a sweet flower. They cease to be noteworthy.
Oh, so that's why you wanted to paint those hilly turtles? Because you got to see something new and interesting in the differences between them?
Precisely. To quote my exact words from earlier, these creatures are, for the most part, quite boring, not worth closer inspection. There is precious little about them that serves to pique my curiosity now.
So after all these experiments, are we gonna be, like, boring to you? Like some basic draft of a sketch?
Of course not. You have been of great assistance to me, and I will remember this friendship for a lifetime.
Aw, thanks.
Before we head back to the campsite, there's one more experiment. Intelligence. Follow me. There are some other ruins nearby.
Alright. An intelligence test, huh? Alright, let's go. Where is this? Oh, let's go over here. Alright, let's dodge all those arrows. Oh, that was kinda dangerous. Why does it feel like we're gonna do another fight?
I imagine you must have encountered more than a few conundrums during your travels. I'd like to observe your intelligence by means of a practical test of your capabilities, much as we did for the physical test.
No problem, but wouldn't a written test suffice for the intelligence test?
I'd like you to explore these ruins and return with your findings.
You get to play as you?
There are 2 puzzles located at the far ends of the ruins. After completion, you should be able to activate the mechanism in the center. As with the physical test, there are no restrictions. Everything you do is an action I wish to observe.
Great. I'm getting good at these.
A tried and tested adventurer, I see. So, let's see you in action. Start wherever you like. It's a complex environment, so proceed with caution.
Isn't there usually like a second COE somewhere? Oh, it's up here. I think I timed it just a little off. Okay, we gotta wait for this one to go past, I think, like the 3rd one? So there's an odd number of things, that's right. You gonna go? Okay, so I was a bit early, not I mean, I was a bit late, not early.
Sealy like these are a common sight in the mountains. Returning them to their rightful places is up to you.
Right here they are. Wait, oh, okay. Come on, let's get going. Where's the other Sealy? All the way over there. I don't even know why I was trying to climb that other one because this is the way to get on. Oops. Yua, please do not drown. Okay, let's wait for the stamina to go up a little bit first. And then... Now she was about to dive, and then we started gliding instead. What? Why?
Hey!
I don't even know how to fight with the Amber on controller. I guess that works. This does not seem like a safe place to be doing this.
It should now be possible to activate the central mechanism. Exactly what will happen when you do is something I'm looking forward. Oh, seems that the water level has suddenly decreased. We should be able to see what's in the water now. Let's have a look. What's this?
Unfamiliar patterns, but yeah, these look familiar. I feel like I've seen these before.
To the best of my knowledge, these belong to a script of some kind. They can be found all over Teyvat, but they've never given up their secrets. There's still a lot to learn about them. And as for why they should ever have come to rest here, a true mystery. Let me make a copy first. I'll make time to go over them in greater detail after our research.
Another thing for the don't understand list. Unsolvable mystery this, weird experiment that. It'd be nice to get some cool results for once. Seems like if you want the reward, you gotta pay the price.
I've truly gained a lot from all this. Comparatively, the little reward I can offer is too small to mention.
I'm glad we were able to help you.
Let me return to the campsite first. By the time you get back, I may just have a fleeting miracle for you to witness.
I'd see you soon. I take it I passed the intelligence test?
Paimon's kinda looking forward to seeing the results of all this brain ache.
Yeah, me too.
Unless you can think of anything better to do, let's
I
head
thought we
back
were
to the
gonna fight
campsite.
something here.
Not so fast. You're not leaving until I'm convinced that nothing dangerous is going on here.
Oh, there's always something dangerous going
You
on
didn't
here.
leave the mountain?
I most certainly did not. And I've witnessed everything that you and Albedo have been up to. I must say, you let your guards down. Or maybe you were drawn in by his compelling-sounding hypothesis and friendly demeanor.
Does he have ulterior motives?
Taking orders from a complete stranger, drinking anonymous potions, participating in all kinds of strange experiments? I'd sooner believe you were tricked than that you would be so naive. Or perhaps you were colluding from the beginning.
Sister Rosaria's guard's so high, she can't even see over the top of it.
Yeah, I don't think he's a bad person. I mean, his research is a little bit suspicious, but it seems pretty cool.
It doesn't matter what you think. He could be a saint for all you know. But I understand him a little better than you, Outlander. I'm only concerned with one thing. Whether his alchemy has transformed you into something more sinister.
No way! Paimon would have sensed it. And anyway, he didn't even use any alchemy.
Oh, I wouldn't go say
With
he
an
didn't use
alchemist of
any
his
alchemy,
level, you wouldn't sense a thing.
but
In any
I
case,
still
I'm
couldn't
not about to
trust
let a
him.
potential threat back into Mondstadt.
So, what are you gonna do?
you came here to be sure, so you must have your ways of assuring yourself.
I've got to hand it to you. You have your moments. If I can be sure that nothing you came into contact with is dangerous, that's good enough for me. I've investigated everything else. The only items left on the agenda are these symbols.
But we don't even know what they mean.
That much is true. Not to mention, seems like there's nothing more
They
to
look really
them.
pixelated and all close
But
up
for
like
insurance
that.
purposes, I'd better make a copy. This is now a location of interest. Regular patrols should be set up here. Now then, all things considered, I deem that you pose no immediate threat. Which is what I was hoping. I would have been one very unhappy sister if you'd made me work overtime on your account.
Overtime?
I mean, you can just go home.
Before we go our separate ways, Outlander, a word of advice. Don't be so quick to trust Albedo, and don't repeat the same mistakes that you did this time. You made a lot of rash decisions today.
She's good.
Thanks.
So stubborn.
Okay.
Mondstadt doesn't have many people like that.
Maybe she just lacks security. She's just sensitive.
Huh. Never mind her. Let's go see Albedo.
Okay. This game looks so nice in high quality with 60 frames per second. I really like it. It's better playing on the iPad than on my little phone.
You're back. Good timing. I've just about reached the conclusion. You took quite a while. Did you get held up on the way back?
Not really.
Time for the results. We got a myriad of data today, and it was very difficult to finish all the research in one go. But the integral preliminary conclusion that I can offer you is you're very much like a human from this world.
Ah, yes. Ether's favorite voice line. ...
You couldn't tell that just by looking? We spent all day working our butts off for that?
Please, I understand that this may have seemed self-evident to you, but in fact, nothing in this world should be taken for granted. Have you ever considered that the world of Teyvat may have a natural hostility to Outlanders?
Only the gods would know. Or perhaps.
I mentioned the natural laws of this world. You're able to converse with me here without consequence, and nothing seems amiss. But it's arguably a small miracle. The only other life form that, like you, has come here from afar is the seed that I mentioned. Under the effects of Teyvat's natural laws, it isn't even able to sprout, let alone bloom. But after I observed you, I had another idea. Imitating you helped to inspire my alchemy. And so...
Whoa! It looks like something's
It's so
appearing!
pretty! Oh, wow.
the transition from nothing into something, from shoot to stem, and now to fruition. Is not nurturing otherworldly life also nurturing the world itself?
Aww.
It was beautiful. It was so short-lived.
It would seem that that's as far as we go. A transient bloom of incomparable beauty. Life's proudest achievement.
Paimon thought with all our efforts, it might have bloomed forever, and it didn't even have any fruit.
Life is a manifold tapestry of free entities. Its value shouldn't derive from how long it stays with us. Even a momentary burst is precious. A short life can be well lived. A life lived efficiently, live to perfection is necessarily one unburdened by loneliness. So, do you understand what I meant about us conversing here arguably being a small miracle?
Well, I haven't withered just yet. I wonder how my sister is.
Huh? Things feel a little heavy right now. Don't be sad. You've got Paimon to look after you.
Aw, thank you,
Albedo,
Paimon.
Paimon really wants to be your friend.
Thank you both.
Yeah, let's be
Even
friends.
if dispelling loneliness is not essential for life, it certainly
Like
doesn't hurt.
smiles so perfect.
Your help inspired me to discover the means to make a flower bloom.
So I'm a helpful specimen?
I mean that the time I've spent traveling with you in the mountains was a valuable journey for me.
Thank you.
In the future,
I'm glad
if
you
the
enjoyed
need
it.
arises, can I solicit your help again?
Yeah, sure. Even if you just want some company, find me anytime.
Well, glad I can count on you. I made a point throughout of telling him how ordinary the results were. But what was that sediment I saw forming at the bottom of the vial? It should not have been there. What could it mean? Those born of Earth are bound by its imperfections, but those born of chalk are free of impurities. You and I are alike, both composed of a substance that has yet to be fully defined. If, one day, I lose control, destroy Mondstadt, destroy everything, can I rely on you to stop me?
That's like really dark. Yay! Oh, we didn't get to use Albedo in like a domain or something. Oh, I was looking forward to that. But oh, I do want to learn more about Albedo. It's like one of my favorites. He's one of those characters that low battery. One of the reasons why I wanted to play the game, because he's so cool. I better have enough Primo Gems for him when he comes back. Alright, well, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!